Hi, everyone. Good evening to you. We are live again right here in Jamaica, and we're going to be talking to a special guest this evening. Now, before you do anything, I want you to like, share, and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, you can like and share this so that everybody that watches this will get a chance to hear what we have to say today. Now, we have a special guest with us, and she is not coming from Jamaica. So, who can guess which country she's coming from? Hmm. She will be coming and talking to us about how to become a successful teacherpreneur. So, let me bring Miss Gabby Torregiani on with me. Hi, Gabby. How are you doing?
Hello, Venice. How are you? Thanks for the presentation. Thanks for the introduction.
Yes, listen. So, people are here and they want to know what is going on. So, the first thing I want you to do is introduce yourself to everyone. Tell people where you're from, what you do, and who are you?
Okay, well, my name is Gabby. I am from Argentina. I am a teacher of English and a public translator here in Buenos Aires. I am a TEFL trainer too, and I am the director of TCLS here in Argentina. I provide different linguistic services.
All right. So, for those who are not familiar, can you tell us what is TCLS?
Well, it's a very small business. I provide different linguistic services, English, Spanish services. I teach
Mhm.
English. I provide training, consultancy. I train teachers. I do different things.
Okay, and what does the TCLS stand for?
Torregiani Corporate Language Services. That's my last name, Torregiani.
Right. So can
Torregiani.
you please pronounce your last name because I'm saying Torigani. Is that correct?
Is Torregiani.
Okay, listen. I cannot roll my R's. So you native Spanish speakers, please forgive me. I cannot roll my R's, and I think it's fascinating that you guys can, but I'm gonna stick with Torigani, okay?
That's perfect. Sounds
I'm gonna get
perfect.
myself in trouble if I try to roll my R's. But good job. All right. So, Gabby, we have met through this institution called Bridge TEFL. And many of you viewers know already about Bridge TEFL. I am the kind of ambassador here for Bridge TEFL in Jamaica. So, for those who may not know about Bridge TEFL, Gabby, tell them a little bit about Bridge TEFL and what that institution does.
Well, I have been working for Bridge for more than 15 years, I think. I started working for Bridge Denver,
Mhm.
but I also worked for Bridge Argentina that time. So what Bridge does is they offer TEFL certification, and they have like different courses for professional development for teachers. So
Right.
I'm one of their trainers. Yeah.
All right. And so for those who want to get the TEFL certification or micro credentials, if you're in Jamaica, you can always contact me. You know where you can contact me, right? So we are here talking to Gabriela, same person. And the first question I have for Gabby is, tell me, what is a teacherpreneur?
Okay, well, a teacherpreneur is a teacher or an educator who combines different things. For example, skills, knowledge, experience, passion, creativity to develop something new within the industry, in this case, the teaching field. So,
Right.
a teacherpreneur, as the word itself tells us, is like a combination of teacher and entrepreneur. So the teacherpreneur is much more than a classroom teacher. The teacherpreneur is an innovative classroom teacher that has time and that works in like, different areas: customer service, recruitment, public relations. We do different things.
All right. So for the teacherpreneur, tell us a little bit more about what characteristics you would need in order for you to describe yourself as a teacherpreneur.
Well, a teacherpreneur is a very brave person.
That is
a very
true.
You know that, you may know that. A teacherpreneur is very innovative, very creative, persistent. You need to show perseverance. You need to be brave. A teacherpreneur challenges his or herself, dreams big because he or she wants to make a difference, right? To create something.
Right. And of course, teacherpreneurs also have background in business. Now, for these teachers who don't have background in English, or sorry, for teachers who don't have background in business, because we have teachers who've been in the classroom for 30 years, sometimes 20 years, 25 years. They've never done business before, but they have that entrepreneurial spirit. Let us say that. They have solved problems within the classroom, and those things that they've used to solve the problems in the classroom could be packaged and put on the market to be sold. Right? So, what kind of advice would you give persons that don't have a background in business? How would you advise them as to what their next step would be when it comes to, going into the world of business?
Well, when I first started, I didn't have experience either. So what I did is I reflected on my own style, on my teaching. The first thing I would tell teachers who start teaching or who want to like go independent is reflect on your teaching, reflect on your style, on what you want to do, because we all reflect on your added value. We are all different, and we
Right.
all have something different to offer. So that
Yes.
is our added value. So that's the first thing you need to think about. And of course, you need to have a clear vision, a clear objective of what you want to do with what you have, with who you are.
Right. And then, in addition to what Gabby just said, guys, if you're a teacher, you're thinking that you want to make that switch over into an entrepreneur, I would say, especially if you don't have any business experience, to get a mentor, get someone who has been there, done that, who currently has their own business. And because you don't have that background, you may need that mentor to help you, to guide you along that way. And the next thing I want you to think about is whatever product or service you have to offer to the market, is it marketable or is it just a good idea? Not all good ideas are marketable, Gabby. You know, right? Not all good
Yes.
ideas make money. And that's just the truth. The statistics show that 90% of businesses close down within the first 5 years of opening. So, in order for you to avoid closing down business when you just start, always do your research first and make sure that the product or service you have is marketable. All right. All right. So, how has your teaching experience been as a teacher, and how did you start on your own, in this world of business?
Well, I started off as a teacher. I started as a kinder teacher, then a primary teacher, then I became a teacher for high school. And I started as a teacher, then as a coordinator, I continued, then I became a head, and then I wanted to become a teacher trainer. So I became a trainer, then a head trainer. And I always wanted to be like a step further. I
Right.
always wanted to do something else. So in 2005, I decided to go independent. And that's when I became a TEFL trainer for Bridge, because
Okay.
I
Okay.
wanted a side job. And then I started my own mini business, and I started
Yes.
providing different linguistic services.
All right, so let me get a little bit now into your business. When you started your little mini business, how did you get the word out? Because we have teachers that have ideas, have product services, but they don't know how to market. And remember, I just said that it's important that you have a marketable business or a marketable product. So how did you get the word out when you first started?
Well, that happened a long time ago. So I started like in a different way. I started with newspapers, with business cards, with flyers. But nowadays, you can share what you do. You have social media. You can open
Right.
different accounts. You have, Instagram, you have Facebook, you have YouTube, you have like different channels. that you can
Right.
choose. And branding and networking is key. So I suggest doing that a lot. Share what you do,
All
show
right.
what you do.
Right. So Gabby is correct. What I like is something when I see something that's well branded, when I see a logo that speaks to me, I immediately think of professionalism. I think of something that's exquisite, something that maybe even is luxurious. And I would want to put money into that. So teachers, think of branding. Hire someone that can give you a nice, clean cut logo that encompasses the product or the services that you want to offer. And in addition to what Gabby says with social media, getting your business cards and networking, you can also start with family and friends. Start with the people that you already know. Yeah. And let them try out your products and offer your services to them and let them give a review. And you put your review up on website, or if you have a Facebook page for your business, put the review up. Use the people that you already know, people who want to support you, and use them for that service so that people can come and see, okay, somebody has used your product before. There were great reviews. Let me see if I can try. You know what I mean? All right. So, what are some jobs that teachers can do to be called a teacherpreneur? That's an interesting question.
Good question. Good question. Well, you can teach different levels and ages. You can pick your niche, but teacherpreneurs tend to do different things. Like you can write an
Right.
article, you can create plans, you can create your own programs, you can translate, you can do. It really depends on what you like doing and
Right.
what you're good at. It really depends, but you can do lots of different things. This year, for example, we both presented at different conferences. You can do
Yes.
different things.
Yes. So, and then what the teachers can do, because I didn't even know there was a website called Teachers Pay Teachers. Do you know that one?
No, but
Teachers Pay
nowadays you have so
Teachers.
many tools. You
I'm
have so
telling
many
you,
things.
I didn't know there was a website called teacherspayteachers.com. You guys, if you're the viewers out there, if you don't know about it, go and just Google it. You can go on that site and you can pay a teacher for their curriculum, for their lesson plan, for their art and craft ideas, for their articles, whatever you like, whatever you'd want, you just go there and you just do a search, and then you can actually pay a teacher for that service. Who would have thought that something like that existed? So if I am a great artist, I can draw well, I can make nice flashcards for the class, and I can put it up on Teachers Pay Teachers and sell it, and people will buy it. So those are different ways in which you can become a teacherpreneur rather. You can actually sell your services on some of these websites. Okay. So would I know you consider yourself a teacherpreneur, but tell me now your journey. You started in 2005. We are now here in 2021. How has your business evolved over the years? Tell me your journey as a teacherpreneur. And another question, well, I'm going to ask this question afterwards. Answer this one.
Well, that you mentioned something. I consider myself a teacherpreneur, but the concept is quite new. I think I was a teacherpreneur before, but I called myself freelancer. I would say I was an
Right.
independent
Yes.
teacher because
Yes.
I didn't
Yes.
know that concept existed. It's quite new. So I think I grew a lot, but I think that this thing, and also during pandemic, this thing of connecting, of networking, of working remotely helped me, because now we know, every teacher knows, that we can show what we do virtually. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I grew in a way because I reached out to people out there, and I never thought I would connect with people from different places in the world.
Like Venice.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yes.
All right. So are you still a one-woman show for your business? Do you have staff? Have you hired people over the years? Have you hired freelancers or other teachers? Tell me about the evolution of your business.
Good question. I started, it was just me, and it was very small. I created, when I started, I hired someone. I hired a designer to create my own website. I had this idea, but I hired someone. But well, now we have like different tools for free, so you can do it
Right.
in a different way. And that time it was just me, but now I do have some teachers and some colleagues that work with me and for me. It's a little bit bigger in a way. So I have
Right.
different clients, different students. I grew a little bit more, yes.
All right. So the next question I had for you was, do you regret going independent?
No, no regrets.
Why? Why? Why isn't there any regret? What has happened over the years that have caused you to say, I don't regret this decision?
um, I like being myself. I enjoy doing what I like, creating things, and there is a lot of flexibility. I
Right.
manage my own schedule. So that helped me because, it was not always easy. You need to have discipline. Sometimes you don't see immediate results. In the beginning, I didn't have that many students. I got confused, but then, okay, I said, this is what I want. What I need to do is keep on studying, keep on working, keep on showing what I do, keep on growing and trying different things. And well, it worked, and I love what I do, and I'm very proactive. I try different things, and I love working on my own. I don't have a boss.
And that helps, right?
That
All right,
helps.
for persons who don't have financial backing, because when you're starting your business, you're gonna need some amount of finances. Yeah. So give some advice to persons who don't have financial backing, who don't have the capital yet to go out and start this idea that they have. What would you, what advice would you give them?
Well, I was very, very young when I started, when I went independent. And what I did was I kept my job. I had a side job, and then um, I started working on my own and working on my project. So that's what I would do. I suggest having like a side job. Of course, that you need to sit down and plan everything. You need to have a clear objective. Okay, how much money do I have? Will I be able to invest? Do I want to invest?
Right.
Uh, but then I think you can start maybe with a job because you have to pay the bills. But
Mhm.
again, the most important thing would be, if you're ready, is what you need to know is you need to have like you need to show your added value, what you're good at. That's, the most important thing. You need to start with
So
that.
talent, you need to start with your
Yeah,
talent.
with your talent,
What you bring to the table, right?
yes, with your strength. That's correct.
Right. And of course, we do a SWOT analysis, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Who are your competitors out there? So I have this great idea to do my own teaching business or to do some business that's, maybe vaguely related to the teaching industry. But does someone else have that idea? Is someone else doing it? That doesn't mean that you shouldn't, because we have lots of supermarkets, lots of pharmacies, lots of fashion stores out there.
Lots of competition.
However, right, you do have um, different people doing the same things out there. But what would you take to the table that is unique, that
That's
is
unique.
different? Your niche, or some people would say niche, but your niche, what is your niche that you would put in that business that would differentiate you from the rest? That's basically what it is all about, right? So, as a teacher, if you are currently a teacher and you want to go out there but you don't have financial backing, like Gabby, I would say if you're already a teacher, just remain in your full time job and do the business on the side for now until you get enough finances to get off the ground. All right. So, Gabby, have you ever done any business courses? any studies in business?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
So you have basically learned as you go along. So how do
Yes.
you do things like your accounts and your taxes? How do those things, you know, how are they done for you?
Well, when I started, I hired an accountant. And then you learn on the go. I mean, now there are certain things that I do myself.
Right.
And yes, I do it that
So,
way. And it really
so
depends
you'll
on
pick
how
up.
big you want to go, how big you are. Some things you can do it yourself, and some others you might need some extra help.
Yes. All right. So Gabby made a good point for persons who are doing their business for the first time and you're not sure about certain skill areas like doing your taxes, accounting, things like that. Hire someone. Hire someone. Now you don't have to hire someone for a full-time job. You can't just hire a freelancer. Go to what is that website that you go to hire freelancers? Gabby, do you remember?
Oh
There's one
no.
called Upwork, and then there's another popular one. It's slipping my mind right now. But there are a lot of freelancer websites that you can go to hire someone to do a website, hire someone to do a video or to edit your videos for YouTube, hire someone to do a logo. So go to those websites and just hire someone for a one-off job, and that's how you learn to do a side business without spending too much money. And for those who really want to learn how business works, then my suggestion is enroll yourself in some evening classes, short courses, or just go online and do some open resource courses. You can go to all these open sources that have free courses that can teach you about business or computer or IT or anything like that. Um, I need to remember these, the ones, so that I can put them on the screen for you. But you know them, right? There are many of them out there that work well. I'm thinking of edX right now that you can go to. So let me put that at the bottom of the screen.
And you mentioned, Venice, something before. You mentioned, which I totally agree. When you go independent, you can try to find a mentor and you can follow
Yes,
certain industries similar to your industry. And so from there, you will have certain ideas.
absolutely. Your mentor can help you along. All right. So my suggestion is to find someone that you like, know, and trust. And that is really the golden formula for persons who want to do business with you. If somebody's going to do business with you, they look at three areas. They look at if they like you, they know you, and if they trust you. And if you pass all three areas, then they would want to spend money with you. Likewise, when you're looking for a mentor, use these same three features. Do you like them? Do you know them? And do you trust them? Now, some mentors, you may not know them through and through. You may have heard of them. So you know them by their reputation, or you know them by their character because of what you have seen, maybe not close up, but you've seen them do work, you've seen them do their business, you've admired them and how they do their business, and therefore you'd like them to have to be your mentor. So you can reach out to them. I myself have had mentors over the years, and I've switched mentors every now and again, depending on where my business is and how it is growing. So your mentor doesn't have to follow you throughout the entirety of your business career. No, you can have a mentor that gets you going in the first 5 years. And after your business start growing and doing well, after that, you may want to switch over to another mentor that can take you all the way. All right. So I put edX there on the screen, but there are lots more. Just Google it, guys. Lots more where you can do your own business courses online, free of cost. And if you want a certificate, you can just pay $50 for the certificate, 50 US dollars, and you can get a certificate in any area that you'd like. All
And you
right,
know that,
Gabriella,
I'm sorry, and you know
go
that
ahead.
Bridge, sorry about that. And Bridge offers a course called Teaching English as a Freelancer. I am the trainer for that course actually, and you have like so many tools and resources there, different things you can use. So it's always a good idea to attend maybe a TEFL course. That's another good idea. Good point.
All right. So, good idea from Gabby. Teaching English as a freelancer from Bridge TEFL. And I'm going to put Bridge's website up soon, but I'm just going to send you now on the screen just the title of the course that she teaches. So, if you're interested in teaching English, and this is for online teachers, correct? Right?
Correct.
Online teachers. So if you're interested in teaching English online or even teaching any subject online, these skills that Gabby teaches, you can transfer into any subject area. All right. So consider doing teaching English as a freelancer. And Bridges' website is bridgetefl.edu, correct?
Yes.
I'm just putting it here. Give me a second, guys. bridgetefl.edu, and that's for persons who want to know which bridge are we talking about, what are we talking about. Just go right there and you can get all the information, and you can look at all the certificates and micro credentials that Bridge has to offer. All right, so we were talking about persons going into business, persons trying to figure out what they're going to do, financing, accounting, taxes, where to start. Now, if you have a young teacher just starting in the classroom and they are thinking of, they are creative, they come with this passion, this drive, and they have ideas that they would like to put on the market. Say this is a tangible product. Say I have a new eraser. When I wipe it on the whiteboard, it expels sparkles in the class. That's just an example. And I want to put this sparkle eraser on the market. What advice would you give someone who has a product, a tangible product, to put on the market? Where would you have them start? What should they do? Give them some advice regarding that.
I would start in the classroom. I would try things out first. I mean, you can try everything in the classroom, and don't be that anxious. I'm very anxious. It happened to me when I went independent. When I say, okay, I want to go independent, I didn't want a school. I didn't want an institute. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to work with all different ages, with all different levels, with adults. I wanted to translate, to interpret, to recruit, to coach teachers. I wanted to do so many things.
Yes.
And you won't get anywhere. So continue, be patient, analyze everything, reflect on what you really want. You need to have a clear objective and vision, and write things out. You need to plan. You need to have a plan, because it can be there in your mind, but you tend to forget. So you need to plan everything. And again, the most important, I repeat this 1,000 times always, because you need to really reflect on your style, on your strength. What do I have to offer? Okay, this is who I am. This is what I have to offer. This is something different. I'm going to make a difference. Okay, this is what I have. But try it before. Try it in the classroom. I would say that.
Right. And in addition to what Gabby says regarding trying it in the classroom, I would say try to make a prototype and give it to other teachers to try. So you try it in your classroom, it works well. Does that mean it will work well in somebody else's classroom? You may not know. So start experimenting, getting your teacher friends, teachers from other schools to come on board and try it out for free in exchange for a review, or in exchange for a video review, because video is king. So you want your videos to go up. So if I have a product here and I go and put it on Facebook and say, this is the greatest product in the history of teaching, you need to get it now for $9.99. Go to Gabriella.com and get your sparkle eraser. You understand what I'm saying? It translates more when you have a video review as opposed when you have something in text that you have to read. So,
Yes,
because
sure.
when you're seeing the person, you're seeing their facial expression, you're hearing their voice and their tone, you're feeling the excitement through the camera, that's gold. That's gold. So my suggestion when you have a product is to
Show it.
get
Yeah.
show it and get the other teachers to do it and do videos with it, and have the teachers do video reviews. All right. So we are going to wrap up now. Let me look back on my questions. And Gabby has been so good in answering all these questions and giving us advice. So the title for this talk that we're doing is Becoming a Successful Teacherpreneur. When did you feel you were at the point of success? What happened? What event happened that you felt, finally, this is what success is?
That is a very good question. Because, and I'm going to tell you why. Because first we have to analyze the meaning of successful. To
Right.
me, successful might mean something, but to you, it might mean something different. So to me, successful means doing what you like the most, enjoying what you do, being happy with who you are and what you have to offer. But to another person, a successful might mean, okay, to earn dollars and dollars, or to have a very big business, or to work for an international company, or to have 1,000 followers. It really
Or to have a
depends.
big family, because everybody's,
Sure, sure.
their values are different, and maybe they, instead of going to business, they just want to have a family and stay home, and that's their idea of success.
That's
So
correct.
so
So
for you, the time you were successful was when what?
when I really, really, really enjoyed what I was doing, I became a successful person and teacherpreneur when, of course, now I am recognized and I have lots of clients and students, of course, but now I really enjoy what I do.
Right. And that's for you spell success.
Yes.
So because you said that, now outline for me the steps that you would give a teacher to gain that success.
Well, you have to work hard.
Mhm. Step one, work hard.
Step one, work hard. Um, have breaks, have breaks. Be patient.
Be patient.
Um, Dream big,
Dream big.
because we need to do what we want. Be who
Right.
you are. Be who you
Right.
are, and enjoy what you do.
And enjoy what you do. All right. So those are just those steps that Gabriella is telling everyone to, when you want success in life, depending on the success that you may want,
Of course.
these are certain foundational steps that you're gonna need to get there. And if you don't enjoy what you do, I don't think anyone can call themselves successful. If you're going to work miserable every day, or if you're sad every day,
And
it's just not gonna work. Go ahead.
and of course you need to, well, as I said before, work hard, but you need to network. You need to follow
Right,
certain industries, because we are in constant research, right? We need to
right,
keep on studying, we need to keep updated.
right.
So that is something that
Absolutely.
we need to do. That's constant work.
Yes. And I would like to point on what you said, Gabriela, earlier, that the way we met is through conference. We were speaking at the same conference. And there are lots of places like conferences, expos that teachers can go to show their idea, to present their services. Get a booth at a conference, right, Gabriela? And show
Yes,
off your
yes.
services to teachers across the country, or across the island, across the world, depending on which conference you're at. Just invest in a booth and start getting the word out there, because some teachers say, well, the teachers at my school are not supportive, or, well, my friends and family aren't supportive. Well, guess what, you have a whole wide world out here with different people who can and will support you, if they only knew that your product existed, if they only knew that your service existed. So take the plunge. It's a risk. Anything you do is a risk. You're not going to get away from that risk. So take the risk, go, Go to these conferences, these expos, show yourself, speak at conferences. And it just gets networked into these conferences, and then you'll never know where your product or service may end up. All right.
Yes, show what you do, of course. And
Show what you do.
opportunities, as you suggested, opportunities are everywhere. And
They are.
when the opportunity comes, or when you see the opportunity, you need to be prepared. Not fully prepared,
Absolutely.
but at least a little bit prepared. So you just need to go
Right.
for it. You need to challenge yourself and dream big. Yes.
Absolutely. Because when the opportunities come and if you're not prepared, they pass you by.
Yeah,
They will
correct.
pass you by. All right. All right. So we are at the end. So, Gabriela, I just want to ask you to just leave one thing, like one advice or an encouragement to teachers who want to go out there, want to take the risk and start their own businesses, but they might be a bit fearful or a bit shy. I want you to encourage them. But before you do so, let the people know where they can contact you. If you have an email address, a website, if they want to get your services, or if they want to know more about you, how can they get in touch with you?
Oh, I have a website, www.corporate-language.org. And there you
I'm
have
writing
like,
it.
yes, no worries. And there you have like my email address, different accounts, Instagram, you have everything there.
Okay, so corporate-language.org. I'm going to put it
Yes,
up. You can
corporate-language.org.
confirm to me if it is the right one. Is that it?
Yes, perfect. I cannot see very well, but yeah, it's very late here. But
Listen, you and me both. You and me both. What time is it now in Argentina?
it's uh it's 15 to 9.
Oh, 15
Nearly
to
9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
okay.
20 to 9. Yeah, right.
All right, so this is her website, guys. So if you want to ask her for advice, if you want to get her language services, this is the place that you need to be to get in touch with Gabriela. All right, and so we are wrapping up with our advice. The advice you would give now, or encouragement that you would give to a teacher who is a bit shy, or maybe just not as confident because they think, oh, I don't want to go take the risk and then lose my money or lose my investment. What would you say to that teacher?
I would say we're all different, and we are all good at something. We all have something to offer. So do it, because we want it. We want to see it and show it.
Right,
The moment is
right.
now, it's like you have to do it. When are you going to do it? And believe in yourself, believe in your project. If you don't believe in you, who is going to believe in you? That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Bingo. If you don't believe in you, then who is going to believe in you? If you wouldn't buy your product, then why do you think somebody else would buy your
That's
product?
correct.
If
Yeah.
you wouldn't pay for your services, then why do you think somebody else would want to pay for your service? So take a good look within. Is your service up to par? If it isn't, go back to the drawing board. Start again. Renew it again. Come back again. If your product is not up to par, go back to the drawing board and start again.
Right.
So get your product and service to the point where you feel you would buy it. You would want to invest in it if it were you, paying for that service.
Yes,
So yes,
we need to be ready to fail, because we try things out.
and you can't succeed unless you fail.
That's correct.
So for persons that have fear of failure, this is your time.
Yeah. Yes,
If
it
you feel, because
is.
I do sometimes, especially when I first started, I had fear of failure. I don't have money to waste. I didn't want to go out there and start something, and then people say, but she went out there and tried and it didn't work. I didn't want to be the statistics. Let us just say that. I didn't want to be a part of the statistics, but I had to try.
Yes, you have to
And then
try.
when you fail, or if you fail, you dust yourself off, get up, and you try again. You have to
Yes.
have that persistence. As a
You
business owner,
learn
you have to
you
be
learn
persistent,
from experience, correct.
and you learn from experience and from others too. All right, so that is it, guys. Gabriella, this is a long time coming. We've been trying to get together for
We
what,
made
weeks
it.
now, and we finally did it.
We made it.
So thank
Yeah.
you so much, Gabby from Argentina. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence at what, almost 9 o'clock at night in Argentina. And I hope that one day we can do this again where we talk about another topic regarding teachers and entrepreneurship and how teachers can grow by doing business. Guys, this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart. I am a teacher and I am an entrepreneur. And I'm hoping to start some kind of video show
Yeah.
to illuminate and to showcase our local teacherpreneurs. So keep it locked on this space, and you'll see more from me as we go along into next year. So, Gabby, it has been a pleasure. It's
Yes.
wonderful to see you. And thank you again for coming on. So I'll see you next time, Gabby. And for bye. I'm going to
Thanks
talk to
for
you guys now.
thanks for having me.
Yes, yes, no problem. All right, so guys, for you out there who are looking to do TEFL certifications, I just want to encourage you to think of doing Happy Teachers TEFL Cert. I'll be opening applications tomorrow, and that will be the last TEFL certification that I'll be doing for the year. So we're gonna do 5 weeks from November, the beginning of November into the 1st of December. We will meet online every Sunday on Zoom, and we will have our classes. You will get videos, you'll get my experience. I typically do also a webinar with someone who is very popular in the TEFL world, and I invite all cohorts to come and speak. And I also do webinars on jobs, because why are you doing a TEFL certificate if you don't want to get a job? Eh? So I will do a job webinar hopefully at the beginning of December, but that is only for persons who have been a part of my cohorts. So if you are not a part of the cohort, you cannot get access. All right. So guys, you will just go to Happy Teachers Facebook page or to my Facebook page, and you'll see the advertisement for the last and final TEFL certification course for this year. It will start November. Let me tell you the date. It's gonna start next week Sunday, which is it's gonna be October 31st. I thought it was November 1st. No, it starts October 31st, and it will run for 5 weeks. So for 5 Sundays, we will do the TEFL search. For those who are interested, you can always go to my page tomorrow, and you'll get all the information and the link to register for that. All right. So until next time, I will come again next week with another person. We have 3 more episodes to go because I'm doing a 10 episode Live with Venice series this year. So this is episode number 7. We have 3 more to go. So keep it locked. Next week, we will be speaking to another person about an interesting topic in the teaching industry. So until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.